Hi, this is Susie Cheel from susiecheel.com, and today I'm speaking with spiritual author Luis Angel Diaz from Nevada in California. Luis is bringing out a new book that will be launched in October called Memory in Cells. Welcome, Luis.
Thank you very much. A pleasure to be here.
And Luis, first of all, would you be able to tell the viewers, first of all, something about your background and how you came to be doing what you're doing now?
Well, I spent most of my adult life learning about holistic healing, natural medicine. I was trained in Eastern medicine, acupuncture, herbology, nutrition, body work, and pretty much my professional life was helping myself and others to heal, to get better, to have a better life.
And that's what we're all looking for, isn't it? We all want to have a better
Yeah,
life and to feel good.
yeah. And I was raised in a family of um, people that were all in their 50s and 60s when I was an infant.
Ah, right.
I saw a lot of people sick, getting older, sick, and going to doctors all the time and getting pills and treatments and surgeries and not getting better. I think that was my main training to know, no, that doesn't work. We need a different approach. And I remember this natural healer. He was a chiropractor, a very old man, like in his 70s. He came to visit, actually not to visit, he would come once a month to see people in my neighborhood. And people loved him and people were getting better. And so I went to see him when I was 12 or 13 years old. And I just loved that. And after that, I always liked the natural approach. It always resonated with me up to this day.
Isn't that amazing that as a child you were sort of almost sort of put in a situation that gave you almost a life purpose?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you find your purpose knowing what you don't like and what you don't want. So escaping from what you don't want, you find what you want.
Yeah, that's right. And then you're able to help and to empower others to find those inner qualities that help them become joyful and healthy as well.
Yeah, well, I thought for a long time, for many years, I thought that mostly everything was about nutrition. Then I learned about energy medicine, and but something was missing. There was a missing piece that years after I realized is the emotional component. Here there is stuff stuck in the body, and there is no way to move it unless you know how to do it. And nowadays I can tell, after my own experience with my own emotional body and my own experience with pain, is that we are suffering emotional illiteracy. We are ignorant. We don't know what feelings are. We don't know what emotions are. We don't know the difference between them. We don't know that the body is communicating to us all the time through physical sensations and feelings. We don't know that if we line up our mind, our body, and our emotions, we get to exercise and live from that place of fulfillment, aliveness, freedom, and enjoyment that we are looking for. So the solution is in our own bodies, and we are dismissing it. We are looking for answers outside of us, in books, in the internet, in doctors, in practitioners. And I wrote the book Memory in the Cells, How to Heal Behavioral Patterns and Transform the Pain Body. And that is a book that that actually there I put my own experience, my own history about it, and also through exercises and processes that people can do, how they can learn how to access their own body, how to listen to their own body messages, and how to transform emotional charge into fulfillment and freedom and health. We are pure energy. We are energy beings. And this is not something I'm saying. It's been discovered almost a century ago. This is scientific. Everything that we touch and see and smell and hear is made out of atoms and subatomic particles that are pure waves of energy that come from nowhere and go nowhere. It's like, what is this material thing that we call matter? Is it solid? No, it is not solid. It's pure fluctuation of energy. And our bodies are energy, are made out of molecules and atoms and subatomic particles. That makes us energy beings that when you live your life from that place, change is easier and possible. When you live your life from a place of I'm solid matter, it's difficult to change. How do you change solidity?
That's an interesting.
Yeah. So, but when you realize, oh my God, I am pure energy. When I have this thought about, let's say, my job, and I'm scared about my future, I start feeling sensations in my body. My throat close up, my belly, I feel a heaviness. I may have a headache. So my body is reacting to my thoughts through feelings and sensations. If I keep creating and believing in these negative thoughts, I'm going to keep creating contractions in my body. My cells actually are going to contract. That actually happens. It is scientifically proved. And when I'm able to deactivate those thoughts and open up to possibilities and trust more and feel more comfortable with life and befriend life instead of fighting and resisting it, that is pretty much what we do most of the time.
That is so
then
true.
Our cells open up, our cells expand, and we actually feel expansion in the body. So this is a very simple way to verify that there is an intelligence in us that is responding to the government that is up here. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I think that is wonderful. But it's so true, isn't it? And so many people are held hostage almost by their bodies because they only believe that that a doctor is going to get them well. They don't believe that they have that the power within to heal themselves.
Well, those are beliefs too, beliefs that we learn through our cultural system that we are teaching our children. It's very important to understand this, because then we can support our children in a different belief system. If you believe each time there is a problem in your body, you need to call the doctor. Well, of course you're going to do that. And each time you feel bad or someone else feels bad, you're going to call the doctor. Yeah? So that very simple thing that has the best of the intentions actually is very disempowering, because that means that your well-being depends on someone else that you don't even know. Sometimes you just call a clinic and someone comes, you never met them before, and they tell you what to do with your body, with your psychology. Yeah? So this is very disempowering. This is not true. It's good to have a specialist and go to see them when you did everything you could and you don't find a way to do it, but not before. Because otherwise that creates what I call the victim mode.
Yeah.
We
Like
live in victim mode.
a victim
I depend on
mentality.
others. Yes,
Yeah.
my happiness depends on others. Therefore, my unhappiness depends on others too. When I'm unhappy, someone else is
Has
is
caused it.
guilty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So with your book, Memory in the Cells, um, you're sharing examples of how of say stories of people who've used your method, and
Yes, actually, there are real cases explained there for the different. There are different processes that I share in the book, and I show real cases with people applying the processes on themselves.
oh, right, that's fantastic. So it's for people who are going to buy your book, they're actually going to get some really practical examples of how they can employ this in their lives and how that will be able to empower them